Hello and welcome to season 2 of Vanessa and Melissa. So you'll notice there's quite a few changes, like our gorgeous new set. We're here at the Delta Waterloo. And also Melissa has some news.
Well, yeah, Vanessa and I changed teams this year.
We did.
I'm now pregnant. And she's not.
Yay, I'm not. No, I'm just kidding.
She's drinking all the wine and I'm driving her everywhere.
That's right. Well, not all the wine. I'm breastfeeding.
Yeah. So we're really excited. There's lots of amazing and exciting things that are happening for season 2. And we're so excited to be here at the Delta Waterloo. And we have some amazing interviews coming up for you in the next few weeks.
We can't wait to bring you some great content this season, so stay tuned.
In the meantime, though, we are going to start this season with talking about sassy children.
Who doesn't have a sassy child?
Is that not, that's a bit of a pet peeve, right? Where you want them to be like smart and quick-witted and
well-spoken and have a strong
and
personality.
then they use it on you. They use it on you.
You want them to have a strong personality, but they need to know when to tone it down, right?
Yeah, specifically with you.
Yes, they need to listen to you.
Yes. So what we're going to do today, and this has all got started because I was talking to Vanessa the other day and I had said, my daughter's soul is 3 and she is a whole lot of sass packed in a tiny body.
Oh, she is.
All the time. We both look at each other and we're like, did that come out of that little mouth?
And I also have a daughter who has her own, amount of sass. Actually, it was really funny the other day. She was being quite loud and spirited, and I was tired and I had had enough. I have a 6-month-old baby as well. And I said to her, do you need to be so hyper and loud? And she basically looked at me and was like, Mom, that's my personality. Like, are you telling me to not be myself then? Should I not be myself? And I'm like, who are you? You're 6. But so what am I going to say to that? No, of course be yourself. But I'm like, just tone it down. No. I didn't say tone it down, but right then and there I was like, geez, there's a sass, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what we thought is we're going to play a little game, and you can play with us at home on this game. And basically,
it's going to be a game on me. Let's
it's a game
be
on
honest.
Vanessa. We're going to test our parenting skills here. So we're going to play a little game. We're going to have a little fun here, and it's going to be a game on Vanessa. We went to parents.com, and they have the 5 tips or 5 ways that you can kind of try to eliminate or bring down the sass.
Well, let's not say eliminate, manage, because we don't want to eliminate anything from our kids, right? Manage the sass.
Exactly. But it's ways to manage them, and some work and some don't. And we kind of want to see, what do you do at home? What do you do?
Oh, great. Okay, so I'm going to be the guinea pig here, and you're going to see all the mistakes that I'm going to make as a parent raising a sassy kid.
100%.
Okay, put it on
100%.
me. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm going to go through 5 different ways, and you're going to tell me what you think is probably the best way to deal with it.
Okay.
And the worst way to deal with it.
Okay, so there's a spectrum. Best, worst. Okay.
Okay, so number 1.
Gosh.
Set ground rules, meaning, have ground rules that your kids and expectations. So maybe a chart on the fridge that shows what the results of their actions will be, like no ice cream, no toys.
100%. Okay, I say yes, 100%.
Hold on, let me give you the other 5.
Oh, there's more?
There's more,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Give props for nice talk. So, meaning, I really liked how you talked to me.
But what happens if they're all good? I just have to pick one still?
One's the best and one's the worst.
Okay. So props.
Nice
talk.
Nice talk. Keeping your own emotions in check. So ask them to try again, and not getting upset and losing it, but maybe to say, you're going to have to try better next time.
Okay.
If you want to get what you want. Okay. So you not getting upset and asking them to try again. Okay. Trying tenderness. So taking a deep breath, getting at their level and saying, wow, you're frustrated right now. I can tell it. Are you hungry?
That's what you would do. Okay, but firstly, let me just say.
Hold on. We got one more. Follow through. Okay? This means no second chances. You mess up, it's cut. You're done. You lost your privileges.
I would just like to say that I think all of those have some validity to them and would work to some degree.
Right.
Sorry, you were the softy one there. But I think personally.
Okay, what's the
number
worst one?
The worst one?
Yeah. What do you think you would eliminate from all of that? Like something you wouldn't do that you think probably isn't going to work for a long haul?
What was the second one?
Keeping your own emotions in check.
No, that one's good. What was the other one?
Trying tenderness. Giving props for nice talk.
Giving props for nice talk. Like, I mean, it's great to be a nice talker, but come on.
Okay. And then number 1 for you is
set the ground rules, set expectations. That it would be my number 1. Oh, you're loving this because that's probably the fail. I can see it in her face. That's the fail. But that's what I would do because I feel like when everyone's on the same page and we know what the expectations are, then we don't set ourselves up for failure.
All right, so that's the worst one to do. So the reason why, though, is that one actually only works sometimes with older children.
Okay, but I'm thinking about my kids.
No, older. Oh. Yeah, like 9, 10, even older.
Great.
So
Okay, fail.
It's not failing, but out of score of 4, it didn't get a very high rating.
Okay.
So basically, this works with older children because they can grasp it. For younger children, they might look at the chart and keep on going. They'll be like, no ice cream.
Yeah, I
right.
guess so. Okay.
Okay. So number 2, so we're gonna go. Yeah, the next one, the next worst, but not as bad, is keep your own emotions in check.
Yeah.
So you works better in the moment. It's not so much long term. That's the problem with this one.
Right. But I do think though, a lot of people can't control their emotions and parents, which means don't get angry quickly. Like that is an important.
Yeah.
one.
But the thing is that with this one, they say, okay, you need to try better. You need to. You're not even going to get upset with them, but ask me in a nicer way. But a lot of times they come back in a sassy tone again. Oh. So they're like, okay, fine. So may I please have some ice cream?
Okay, so what's number 1 then?
Number 1 was give props for nice talk.
I failed terribly.
Miserably.
Okay.
You said that was the worst one. So it says basically that's when you
give props for nice talk.
What moms say that this is the hardest one to do because we tend to not look for the nice. What do we look for? The misbehavior. Yeah. So this mom said that her and her husband had to work really hard to find out when the kids talked nice. But children love it. Think about this. When you congratulate your daughter, when I know I said to my son,
oh yeah, they love
praise. They love it. They love to be praised. They love to be acknowledged, and then they remember that. And then they sometimes tell you back. I know my daughter, this really works for her.
Well, she says the words back to you, but praises you and the dolls that way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That makes a lot of sense.
They emulate us. They copy us. So they tend to like this one, and this one works better long term.
Okay, I accept that answer. Okay, I accept. Okay, number 2.
Oh, okay. So then the next one was trying tenderness. So that one was like taking some deep breaths, getting off at their level. And this one tends to work with anybody. So we're talking your husband, the kids, the crazy driver, right?
Yeah.
Like, so deep breaths before you react is key on this one.
Yes. Okay.
And then the one right in the middle, even Steven, was follow through.
Follow through is important.
This one's good, but it's the hardest one to do.
It is. It's always hard to follow through with what we say.
This one's horrible for mom and child because basically in the article, this one said, and I'm going to quote this daughter turned around and said, "You're so mean, you're horrible." Like, yeah.
That's the worst if your kid says, I'm not there yet. I haven't really had that kind of talk from my kids yet. That will break my heart.
Yeah.
But
well, she took away the ice cream. I mean,
it happens.
That makes you a horrible mom, right? Anyway, whatever it is.
You're a horrible person if you take ice cream from anybody.
Yeah, basically. So, I mean, if you took my ice cream
right now, you punch me in the face.
Especially pregnant. Yeah. So, that one, I think that when you go through all of those, it's interesting to think of what we would do in the moment.
Yes.
And what we think we should do.
What we should, that totally, because I would think I should set those ground rules, but really my heart would want to be like more gentle and set the tone and be like, come back in another way.
And I think setting ground rules has its place in here. I think
it does. It definitely does.
Yeah, I think that kids need to know what the expectations are and setting boundaries, and that works well in our family. I mean, when I say to my daughter, "Are you supposed to do this?" She can tell me no, and she knows she's not supposed to do it. The problem though is at 3, even though she knows, is she actually gonna?
And at the end of the day, that's one expert, and there's a lot of different opinions out there when it comes to parenting, and that's why we try to take a really non-judgmental approach when it comes to parenting. Often we do things differently, so if you would have chosen another way, hey, maybe that works for you.
And I think that's one thing you're going to really grasp over this season coming up with us is that we are going to have a ton of different experts on, and one thing we want to do is always be able to provide you with all those different ways that you can parent and tips and experts, but never feel bad.
Yeah, there's no judgment. We're going to give you all the information, and you choose how you want to do it yourself.
Yeah, because our moms are awesome.
So stay tuned because we have a lot coming up for you this season.
Yeah, so after the commercial, we are going to be back, and we are interviewing Ken Taylor, who is the pastor at Creekside Church, and this is a really important one.
Yeah.
And we are talking with him about how to deal with what's going on in this world. I mean, it's a bit scary
and how to talk to your kids about it.
Yeah, and then how to talk to your kids about what's going on, but then how to keep your faith, like in what, that there is good in this world. I think that sometimes we say to ourselves, we just want to raise good kids and that, create good kids for this world, but it's a scary world.
Yeah, and then we're going to take it a little lighter, and we're going to talk to 2 chicks and some lipstick about fall makeup trends.
So stay tuned, and we'll see you after the commercial break.